What's going on? It's Justeeni here, and today we've got more Tournament of Champions. This is round 3 quarterfinals. If you don't know how Bullet works, it's Tiny Dry, mirror match, where the hosting player skips turn 0. This time, I am against Vouchful. I do want to give a little background before things. So, I was actually planning on not covering this tournament at all, because I thought, I'm probably going to lose in like round 2 or maybe even round 1 because these players are just way too good. But if you have not seen the round 2, the games I had against Reaper, they were absolutely insane. And it kind of made me realize, like, wait, I could actually, if I really set my mind to it, like, do pretty well. So in this round, I went all out. I'm talking, I got a pen and paper out so I could track kills for each game. So then I wouldn't have to like keep track, like, and I was trying to make sure I would get everything down, and even down to the tribe picks, because the way that it works is like there's like a ban system where like you take turns like banning tribes and then picking tribes and whatever. And I studied Vouchful's games to see what tribes would give me the most edge, like what tribes I think he wouldn't be good at, maybe what tribes he doesn't like or is inexperienced with, because he is way more experienced than me, but not everyone's perfect. Everyone's got a weakness. So this is kind of what I came up with. So this is one of the tribes that I picked, Omaji, and I'm hosting. So let's just get right into things. So I get a perfect spawn to go for the classic turn 1 explorer. And usually you want to meet the opponent, because then you can train a rider with the meeting stars. I don't find them though, but I know where they are. Obviously, they're over here. So this is another upside of this opening, is even if you don't find them, you know exactly where the opponent is, and they do not know where you are. They might not even be able to guess. They just know I have a lighthouse spawn. I could be here on this side of the map. I could be here. They don't know. And so I just go here. I see they step on the village. I can't actually stop them from keeping this, but I knew that they'd go in the center. And the thing is, I did a little bit of practice with this opening, and even when you don't meet the opponent, if they just go in the center like this, they're kind of screwed. And usually the way that the opponent plays around this is just don't go in the center. But I knew he would do this. Again, I was studying his games. I knew this exact thing would happen. He even tries to block. This doesn't work. He is simply getting sieged. He can't break it. My 2 HP rider is going to go over there. I capture. Now I can get another explorer. See what's up. And yeah, he actually has an amazing spawn here. So it's not like I got lucky. This wasn't a fluke. And he even had a village. They're like, if he didn't go for the center, then this would have been a totally different game. Probably favored for him. But yeah, I just keep my riders here. This is now dead loss for him because he can't even keep this. And then he resigns at this point, knowing what happened. So very quick game 1, but now on to game 2. All right, so with game 2, this time Vouch picked this one, Zavasi. Kind of annoyingly, it's actually, there's not really any tricks here, so you kind of just have to play Polytopia. I know sucks, but we're going for a competitive edge. Like, I want to get advantages because I know he has experience in this matchup that I don't really have. But I did a little practice, so it's not like I don't know what I'm doing at all. We just kind of get into things. I explore the center, but being a disciplined bullet player, I don't take the village because you don't take villages in the center unless you know you can get away with it. I see them capture here, and now I know this is safe. I'm going to go grab it now. And there could be a village here. I don't care. If there's a village there, I'm not getting it. There's too many terrain blockers. So I'm going to take what I can get and just have a good time. I get construction before capturing. And the reason why I get construction is because, well, my other option really is roads. Organization's just terrible. But with construction, you can probably see it already. 2, 4, 6, 8. That magic number 11, enough for a giant. So I already have my giant plan. And also, like, why I don't just wait to get construction later is because I'm fine with the city being at level 1 for a bit. Because I need to funnel the explorer anyway. But I'm not even leveling it up here. I mean, I can't afford to after getting the rider. If they siege, then they don't deny very much income. And again, if they siege, they don't deny very much income, and they know that. They get climbing. They're not sieging me at all, which is perfect. I can just play some good defense, and if I stall to get that giant, I'm pretty happy. I get the explorer, so now, unfortunately, it goes backwards. I'm a little silly. If I just move this rider, just one tile, just right here, then it would have gone this way. So one little silly misplay on my part, which was really stupid, honestly. Like, I don't know. Just a bit of an oversight, just classic bullet thing, you know, it's a live game and you can't always be ready. But yep, they have 3 cities, so it's a 3-2. They just have an advantage here, right? And yes, they do. But I do have 2 ruins. 3 ruins, actually. And on dry lanes, I believe there's normally 4 ruins on the map, so I do have rune advantage to make up for the city disadvantage. I get a pub rune, which is perfect here. Not just like perfect, like it is perfect because now I can use it plus the 2 lighthouses. Snag this windmill here, which I did have plans of using a monument to get the giant, but now I actually get this giant first. And then I can place this monument here. And again, I am down a city, but I actually really like this position. But normally when you're down in cities like this, they have the long-term advantage. And so I have to attack them, right? You know, makes sense. And they're even pressuring me, so then I can't sufficiently attack them. I get a useless hunting ruin, very sad. But I'm not actually in a rush to attack them. I'm gonna get my second giant, and I'm just gonna say, I have 12 star per turn. I may only have 2 cities, but I have 12 star per turn. You don't have I have God. I'm just gonna get climbing, get some more vision. There's another ruin. That's 4 ruins. And I've got a good chance of just snagging this. He's got roads, which I'm not gonna lie. Like, I even looked at the replay. I do not know why he bought roads. Maybe someone in the comments can figure it out. Like, have roads gotten any value in this game? No, they have not. Oh my, he spent 9 stars to deny me the ruin. Yeah. I think if he got construction, it would have been fine, but now I get trade. Again, this is my reason why I'm fine being on 2 cities. It's because now I have 17 star per turn. What's his income looking like? 3. If I can click this. 6. And it should be plus 7 is 13. I'm ahead in economy. And yeah. I'm also down in cities, which means my tech prices are actually cheaper. Again, in the long term, he will be ahead, but that is a long ways from now. He has to deal with me being ahead in economy and possibly being in the driver's seat, especially when I snag this 19 star per turn now, close to 20 if I get a gate of power going. He gets a nice border growth. He's got a lot of riders. What do you do when someone has a lot of riders? Get a knight. Now, of course, Vouch is a good player. He's going to space his riders, but that means, again, I'm calling all the shots. I am in the driver's seat. He is never attacking me because he can never form an attack when he has to space all of his units. That's the point of knights, is not to chain, but to threaten the chain, which means you just want to keep the knight alive. You only really need 1, and it's just going to bother the opponent the rest of the game. And you see, look at that, he moves back, completely passive. Now kind of just allowing me to walk in. Then I get strategy, and you can probably see where I'm going with this. What's a great way to deal with a passive opponent that has a border growth city? You guys already know. It's cloaking time. So they're getting a cloak. It's only 2 turns from connecting. And I'm just sitting here because, like, sure, advance. I'm fine with this. I even snagged this lighthouse here. And if I am lucky, I could possibly get that lighthouse. I get mining just to... I have so much economy here. I can just do that. Like, why not get mining for another giant? It's a little pricey. It's 13 stars. That's actually, no, when I put it that way, it's a really good deal. It's completely affordable, and yeah, let me just do it. They get markets, very scary, but they leave themselves open to a chain. And I misclick here. This was meant to siege the capital, of course. I was already winning. I got a little excited, you know. You know how it is. And now this cloak is impossible to hit and is going to land next turn. And also, yeah, just using gate of power, I have 3 giants, so 4 to their 3, and I'm going to land a cloak on the next turn, and I don't even think they can unsiege this without a giant push, so they're just completely dead lost here. And there's also pressure on their cap. Like, everything is falling apart here. Okay, they do have riders in the fog, don't siege that. And yeah, also, very intentionally, I actually did not, like, forget about this giant. I didn't hit because I wanted them to hit. And I wanted my giant to still be healthy enough. And then my cloak connects. That's why I left the giant there. So, game 2, on his home field advantage, so to speak, I managed to win anyway. So now, on to game 3. And now, once again, playing to what I think are my best outs here, based on what I know about Vouch. I think Cymanti. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm hosting, so we get this kind of opening. I go for Explorer. I should have waited a turn to harvest this one guy. Get the Lighthouse first, so then if this Explorer were to go backwards, it's not going to stay backwards. So a little mistake there, but it could cost me the game. In fact, it does go backwards, exactly how I feared. But I do at least pick up 2 Lighthouses. Is that really all that good, though? No, I get some Warriors, and I get this Ruin, because I can. Get this Rider, and then now I've got Climbing. I meet Vouch. And this is a pretty bad situation for me because my closest village is just contested and there is nothing over here except probably a village that Vouch is getting. So I might just be losing here, to be honest. Yep. Probably just stepped on a village. I can at least position myself to attack, and I can get a Centipede. So it's not all over. But then looking at this, they didn't train a Hexapod, and I can take out both of their Hexapods that they just left. At first, like, yes, I have an early super unit, but Centipedes tend to not actually make up for the city disadvantage because they're basically only equal to 3 Hexapods. But because they just gave away their only Hexapods and all they have left is Warriors, and also fun fact, this Warrior sucks. It is just blocked in. I just take their Hexapods, I run away, keeping them alive. And again, I keep this here, threatening their Shaman. They can't boost to kill this because of the terrain in the way. They have to spend a turn not boosting their Warrior. Now, they just don't have the time to defend this. I'm even going to siege with the veteran Hexapod, which I was saving this whole time. And I just win, just like that. City disadvantage doesn't matter. Get things done. And very, very fast set. But I think a good example of what I've been cooking with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub. And have a good one.